Alright, so it's been a while since I've done a how-to video. I'm excited for this. Not a professional though, self-taught. Let's just make a note of that. Title is for clickbait. Not gonna lie. But at least I can show you the ways that work for me on how I contour. And I've had a couple of requests on my social media for a contouring video, along with some people in person asking me personally on how to do their own contouring for their face. So I thought I would just do a 101 on contouring and highlighting using this Aesthetica contour palette. And this palette is a lot like the Anastasia cream contour kit, which I have, but it's, you can see it's just a little bit sad. But the color scheme is very, very similar. So is the price range. Highlight is bringing out more of the artificial light on your face, and contouring is bringing in those shadows or the more chiseled sunken in parts of the face. It seems like the popular thing is to use a really light concealer as a highlight and then blend it out and then just use a bronzer to kind of blend everything together. But for me, I'm going to show you how to use a natural tone concealer first and then a highlight and concealing palette so you can figure out how to use one of these things, because it is a kit, the colors are here, it's good stuff. So I don't even have moisturizer on right now, so I need to find some of that. So I'll be using my maracuja oil from Gerard Cosmetics. Moisten up the face here. My primer today is from Shea Moisture. It doesn't have a specific, type. Pop a little bit here. Foundation today is the Sheer Matte Foundation in the shade Trinidad. I have to use this shade because I have been in the sun a lot more, so my skin is just a little bit darker. The majority of my foundations don't work anymore, at least not right now. I'm actually going to go over that with some of this pure Liquid Veil 4-in-1 spray foundation. Mostly because this is not, it's sheer. And I kind of want more full coverage right now. When it says sheer, it's sheer. So I just spray that directly onto the beauty blender. You're supposed to spray it on your face. But, YOLO. Note to self, this product applies a lot easier with the brush, not a sponge. So first, to conceal, before I highlight, I'm using the LA Girl Concealer in the shade Fawn. For highlighting concealer, I apply this to the highest parts of my face that I want to bring out, like underneath my eyes. Down the bridge of my nose. Up in the forehead, I kind of make a tree on my forehead here. On the front of the chin, Cupid's bow. If I want to be really fancy, I take the highlight right here and chisel underneath there before my contour, but we're going to wait for that. So now we'll go ahead and blend this out. You can see this is really, really neutral. It's not too much, not too brightening. Just used to even everything out. So I'll highlight my face with this shade right here. It's a lot lighter when you apply it than it looks like in the palette, so just be warned. And this will go right on top in the same spots where I put the concealer. And you can see it's a lot lighter than the concealer that I used. Whoop, that was the wrong shade. So this is the highlighting part because I'm using a lighter shade than my concealer and my foundation. And just for tutorial purposes, I will apply it just underneath my contour. I'm going to use a dark concealer because the contour in this palette it looks dark, but it's not as dark as that. This is the LA Girl Concealer, and this is Mahogany. I think it's one of their darkest shades that they have. And contouring means bringing shape and depth to the face. So I'm going to go right above this line and basically into the hollows of my cheek. Make a cutesy face. Contour in the forehead to make it look smaller. Go around the edges. Kind of go around the mouth, just make a little extra pucker. Down the sides of the nose. And just the tip. Like I said, for today's purposes, I will contour the jawline. Now what I like to do is blend out the highlight with a sponge. And then once I do that, I'll take a brush and I'll blend out the contour with that. That way nothing gets muddy, everything's blended, and it all works out. Wow, that blended really nicely. I've had the lighter shades on and the LA Girl Concealer on for a very, very long time, and it has not creased. Good night, nurse. And then to blend it out, I'm using this beautiful mermaid brush from Core Beauty on Instagram. It's a fluffy angled brush. And I'm doing circular motions when I'm blending it, and I'm blending it up and into the hairline. You see on this side, I'm starting right where I want it to blend out first and sweeping upwards very lightly. Up and away from the face like Washington's wig. And around the forehead. I'm doing circular motions with this, and I think there's way too much product on here. Oh my goodness. That LA Girl concealer goes a long way, y'all. As y'all know, I like to set my face with Sacha Buttercup setting powder. So I did end up having to set my face off camera, but I used the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, applied it on top of the concealer and all over the highest points of the face where my concealer and the light cream was. Now I'm setting my face with a Palladio matte bronzer, and this one is the shade Teeny Bikini. It's their darkest shade. And I'll apply that with a fluffy brush, and this will go right on top of the cream concealer, the dark concealer. That dark cream. Where my mirror at? And like I did to blend it out with the brush before, I'm using circular motions up and away into the hairline. And I try to find a shade that kind of matches the natural shadow and the natural bronziness of my skin. So you see the natural bronze of my shoulders here. I try to match that to that. If it's not a little bit darker, that's okay. I go around the chin area here and set the jawline. And circular motions around the forehead. For the nose contour, I do like to go a little bit lighter, so this is the BH Cosmetics, or I guess what's left of the BH Cosmetics contour palette. And I'm going to mix these two shades. This is the dark shade over here, and a really, really light shade. I usually use this one, but I dropped it, and now it's gone. Hot mess, hot mess. I'm going to take a little bit of this yellow right here, take it down the bridge of the nose again. Mostly just me trying to practice my nose contour. Take it down the side of my face just to clean up underneath my contour. Just look up my cheekbones a little bit. This is also going to set the concealer that I put right there as well. Right, so the last time I tried this color scheme, I tried a gray lip, and that didn't work out so well. It looked okay, but it wasn't what I was looking for. There was a suggestion that I try a peachy lip. So this is Aphrodite from Gerard Cosmetics, one of my favorite peachy toned nude lip, matte nude lips. Apply this while we're baking underneath the cheeks here. Oh yes, honey. So now that my cheekbones have kind of been marinating for a little bit, I'm going to dust them off. So for my highlight, I'm going to use the same thing that I used on my brow, which is from this Wild and Alluring palette from BH Cosmetics. It's this purple right here. It's gorgeous. I'm hoping that it comes out really pretty as a highlight. Just a little dust. Just kind of pretty. Yeah, that's right. I just straight up use eyeshadow as a highlight. We've all done it. I'm going to seal it with some Get Locked makeup setting spray from Femme Couture. So that's the end of this tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the Fab fam, you've never been to my channel on Fabulous Makeup. Welcome. And if you're a returning member, welcome back to the Crazy Fam. I hope this was a coherent instructional video on how to contour your face. If you have any other requests on anything you want to know about the beauty world, let me know. And in the meantime, stay tuned for more from Fabulous Makeup, and stay beautiful inside and out, y'all. Much love.